Hey everyone, I'm Mariana, and let's talk about the latest from the DCEU, Wonder Woman. I have to say, I had a really good time watching this movie, and I am so glad to see the DCEU step up their game. This is, of course, the origins story of Wonder Woman, Diana Prince, set mostly during World War I, and it actually covers a lot of ground, completely justifying its 2-hour and 21-minute runtime. This is a long movie, and I was a little bit worried about that aspect of it because if the pacing is off, something like this could easily get tedious, but I was never bored watching it. We spent a good amount of time with the Amazons on the island. There is plenty of seeing Diana discover the human world, which is where most of the comedy is. A lot of the film has to do with the war, and of course, there is plenty of action. Basically, I was not disappointed by this movie, but first and foremost, Gal Gadot is perfect for this role. She is so great as Wonder Woman. I loved watching her, and I really liked what they did with her character. She's strong and beautiful and kind and compassionate and driven. She's a fighter, but she also has a soft side to her, which I loved seeing. She can kick your ass easily, but she can also get emotional, and she can appreciate a good ice cream cone. I just couldn't help rooting for her. Chris Pine is also great, or should I say above average. He is very charming, he is funny when he needs to be, he is serious when he needs to be, and I really appreciated the way this movie dealt with the romance. It is natural, it is not overdone, but it's definitely there, and you really feel the connection between the two characters. I generally think the two of them complemented each other really, really well. Overall, I thought this movie had a really good balance of drama and humor. It was fun, but it was also emotional and dramatic at certain points, and it just did not go too far in either direction. And what I also really appreciated is that this movie is very self-contained. You do not need to see any other movie or do any kind of research to enjoy Wonder Woman. There is a small tie-in to the DCEU, but it really doesn't change your experience. And if you have no idea what happened in other DCEU movies, you won't really miss out on anything. You can just enjoy this film even if this is your first one. I would also like to give a quick shout out to Robin Wright, whom I have loved for years, and she is just awesome. I could watch a whole separate movie about her and Diana's mom, and I'll be totally okay with that. The villains are alright. They're not terrible, but they're definitely underdeveloped, and I particularly wanted more from Dr. Poison. I wanted more from all of the bad guys in this movie, but particularly her, because I thought her character had a lot of potential to be an interesting villain. My favorite part of the film has to be the No Man's Land section. It was so powerful, and it got me really emotional. It was just great. I'm not going to spoil it for you, and if you haven't seen the movie, you'll know when you get there, and if you've seen it, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. That was just an outstanding scene, and I'm actually pretty impressed considering this is a PG-13 superhero movie, how much they were able to do with the portrayal of war. They tried to make it as realistic as they could. Obviously, I don't think you could do it with a PG-13 rating, but they did a pretty good job, and it was, as I mentioned, powerful. This movie did make me wonder about World War II though. Like, what happened? Are we going to get a sequel for Wonder Woman set during World War II time? Because I have questions now. Also, I loved the Amazons portion of the movie. First of all, mythology just makes everything better in my opinion, but I have to say the fight scene was wonderful. Just the fighting style and the way it was filmed, it was beautiful, and it was really cool to watch. There were some smaller action scenes here and there which were also done really well, but the first two major scenes were pretty amazing, and I say first two because the third final big battle scene is where this movie kind of disappointed me. That final battle scene is just pretty generic and kind of cheesy, and I think it would have been fine if we didn't have two amazing battle scenes before that were not generic or cheesy, but they made this one stand out like a sore thumb, and it also had some surprisingly subpar CGI in it. This was easily the weakest part of the movie movie, which is kind of sad because up until then, I was absolutely loving it. But overall, I would say this movie is really good and I really enjoyed it. I had some small nitpicks with it that I mentioned, but none of it really ruined the film for me, and I would absolutely see it again. So definitely a film that I suggest seeing on the big screen, and if you gave up on the DCEU, give Wonder Woman a try. I would rate it 4 out of 5 stars. I was so close to rating it 4.5 out of 5, but that final battle scene just brought it down to 4 out of 5 for me. But you never know, maybe I'll love it even more on the rewatch, which I think will happen soon. That's it for my review of Wonder Woman. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie if you've seen it already. Let's talk about it in the comments below. Just give people some spoiler warnings if you're going to get into spoilers, but let's discuss it. And if you haven't seen the movie, are you planning to? Because I think you should make some plans. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!